From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2020. We open with a suspected car ramming attack that left an Israeli soldier and an Israeli police officer lightly injured. The IDF tweeted that an assailant attempted to run his car over an IDF soldier and a police officer at a junction south of Nablus in the West Bank, lightly injuring them. The assailant then drew a knife at the forces. The assailant was shot and apprehended by the forces. Security camera footage from the area shows the suspect's vehicle cutting across a lane of traffic and slamming into the troops at a bus stop near the Tapuach Junction. Police said the suspect then stopped his car, got out of the vehicle, and ran at them with a knife drawn. Israeli troops opened fire, and the suspect was shot, reportedly by the injured officer, moderately wounded and taken into custody. A pocket knife was found at the scene. Israel's Defense Minister Benny Gantz said, "We will not allow terrorism to raise its head, and we will fight assailants and those who send them. The IDF and security forces will continue to be prepared," he said, on all fronts. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke over the phone today with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Netanyahu tweeted that he thanked el-Sisi for Egypt's support in advancing stability in the region, especially in Gaza, and asked that he continue assisting in the return of our prisoners and missing, referring there to the truce reached with terror group Hamas in Gaza, and that Hamas is still holding the remains of two IDF soldiers, Staff Sergeant Oron Shaul and Lieutenant Hadar Golden, as well as two Israeli citizens being held. Netanyahu said el-Sisi shared his support for the Abraham Accord and stressed the need for peace talks with the Palestinians. El-Sisi said he welcomed measures that preserve the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people, allow for the establishment of their independent state, and provide security for Israel. The UAE-Israeli normalization of ties, he said, was a step in that direction. And Netanyahu today announced more progress in Mideast relations following the UAE agreement. Saudi Arabia today stated that it will, from now on, allow flights from all countries to cross over its airspace to or from the Emirates. Netanyahu took this to mean, in particular, all Israeli flights now being allowed to use Saudi airspace, which happened for the first time, as we reported to you Monday, with the historic El Al flight from Tel Aviv to Abu Dhabi. The Saudi permission will not only greatly reduce travel time to the Emirati capital and to Dubai, but to other destinations in the East, which the Prime Minister said will lead to robust tourism and develop the economy. He called the announcement from the Saudis amazing news, saying these are the benefits of a peace that is genuine. And the World Zionist Organization said it will send permanent representatives to the Jewish community of the Emirates, becoming its first permanent representatives to any Arab state. The Times of Israel reports that WZO Chair Avraham Duvdevani told the media this is an important milestone in the history of the Zionist movement. The representatives from the WZO will lead a number of activities and initiatives, including managing a Jewish daycare center, provide lessons on Jewish tradition, and open a Hebrew school. Duvdevani said, "We will continue to work in every way to strengthen the connection between Israel and Jewish communities in the diaspora." While threatening, hateful anti-Semitic posters were found on the campus of Arizona State University. The Arizona Republic reported that the posters contained such slogans as "Hitler was right." They were found Sunday morning and removed by campus police. An investigation into the source of the posters is underway, though credit was taken by a neo-Nazi organization. ASU stated their condemnation of the posters, writing that the school is a community that values diversity, tolerance, respect, and inclusion. We support open debate and honest disagreements, but not hateful rhetoric. Leader of the Chabad house at the school posted the news on his Facebook page. Rabbi Shmuel Teichtel wrote that it was critical to publicly condemn such language, writing that words of bigotry can never be ignored. When condemnable words go unanswered, it emboldens the evil and leads to negative actions. Teichtel thanked the administration of the school for its quick response and for investigating, and he reassured that the general environment at ASU is inclusive, one of mutual respect, and where Jewish students feel safe. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, September the 2nd. At 7 o'clock, Paul Strassman shares his story of survival on Witness. At 8, editor-in-chief of Haaretz, Aluf Ben, discusses liberal Zionism with journalist Linda Scherzer. At 9, Mark Golub speaks with David Simon, the creator, writer, and producer of the groundbreaking television series The Wire, as well as the series adaptation of Philip Roth's The Plot Against America. Simon shares his concerns about America and Israel today. At 10:30, Dr. Ruth Alice Greenwald and Ivy Shamus discuss the ways in which anti-Semitism and hate affect average individuals with Stephen Smith of the Shoah Foundation. And coming up next is Thinking Out Loud. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2020. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy. Stay well.